Picture yourself walking on a path through the woods. It's sunny, and the trees are beautiful with their leaves changing to their multicolored fall palettes. The ground is marked out where to walk, where many others have walked before you. The path is winding, so you can't necessarily see where exactly you are going, but you can tell it leads somewhere you haven't seen before. As you meander through the path, you might come across rocks you need to step over and branches that have fallen on your pathway. Things might crunch uncomfortably under your feet that you weren't expecting. There might even be a few logs that have fallen across the path that make it appear that you won't be able to continue. At those times, I want you to picture yourself in those woods with that big log in your way. Look back over your shoulder and consider where you are on the path, and take note that you've come this far. And to go back is the same distance behind you as there is ahead of you. And to go back the same distance will have you back where you started. And besides, there was a reason you started on this pathway to begin with, right? So you might as well climb over that log and get where you want to go. You know that log is not a bigger challenge than you can handle. Not really. It might look big and you might be tired from all the walking and not feel like climbing over it, and your feet might be sore from the walking, and this log is the perfect excuse to call it quits. But the log is definitely not bigger than you can handle. And you know it. You can soak those tired feet later and you can rest later, and as I've pointed out, it's the same distance back as it is to go forward. But forward the rewards are plentiful, so just keep going. Nelson Mandela said, "It seems impossible until it is done." The unknown is a strange phenomenon. We as human beings tend to fear the unknown. If you think about fear, like someone has a loaded gun to your head kind of fear, that is real fear. And the rest of the fear is actually made up in our heads of what ifs and how abouts and yeah buts. Most of the time we fear things that never happen. Thinking about it becomes our distraction and reason or excuse for not taking action in our lives. It's quite funny if you think about it, but don't think too long or it's another distraction. All that to say is, we can create many reasons to not take actions or take pathways through the woods when we don't know the way and don't know where we're going or where we will end up, and that's not a good enough reason to not take the path. If you have made it this far, then I trust you're ready and willing to take the journey. If you're stopped along the way, come back to this section, read this analogy, and get yourself back on the path.